we got the art of unemployment, y'all. I already know what it's gonna be about. I got a good feeling of what they're gonna talk about. It's probably Gen Z not wanting to get jobs. Let's get into this damn video.
I'm 34.
34? Okay, what do you do?
I am a risk taker. I'm a road runner.
Unemployment. It's no longer just about
I'm a risk taker. I guarantee this brother does not have a job.
not having a job. It's a way of living. Maximizing on productivity and really just enjoying life. We live in a generation where unemployment is really the final goal. Okay, nobody wants to work a 9 to 5 no more. Which, you know, will probably have some repercussions in the future. Because what happens if you need to go get your car fixed and the best you're gonna get is a sports bettor or a damn Twitch streamer?
God.
Me personally, I'm escaping the matrix. Day trading, crypto, fucking NFTs, all of that. But with the amount of gambling videos I've seen, I've got genuine worry for this generation, bro.
Here's the thing, right? Like, I understand why people don't want to get a traditional 9 to 5. Like, hell, I'm not doing that either, right? And like, I would be a hypocrite to call people out when I'm in the process of doing the same thing. But the difference is like, I don't like when people have this whole perception, oh, I want to be a actor, or I want to be a content creator, or I want to be this, I want to be that in the entertainment industry, but you don't have anything set up for yourself. Like, you're gonna quit your job, you're gonna quit the basic foundation that you need to survive to go chase something that literally has no support system whatsoever. Like me, I'm still hustling, I'm still doing my gigs, I'm still shooting my videos, I'm still doing a lot of things outside of the YouTube that's carrying me afloat to get to this full time. But it's like, I'm not about to drop every single thing in my life to go 100% all in, because you can still be all in without, you know what I mean, like literally sacrificing your life, which is, I feel like a lot of these kids do not understand.
The sheer amount of debt that's going to be built up just because of this image.
Okay, all right, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love this picture though. I can't even cap. Look, I don't support people just jumping in and doing a bunch of this entertainment shit without having a plan, right? Be a dreamer, but also be somebody that has an actual plan and direction. But this photo is pretty accurate. I do think people misconstrue the message that it has, but I also do believe that this picture is very accurate, because you can't even lie, bro. On the bottom picture, a lot of people on the bottom level, y'all see it on the bottom part right here, on the bottom part, people be quitting too damn early. That's the main problem. People be quitting too early when they're about to strike gold, about to strike diamonds, but they just ain't in it for the long run. And I've seen that time and time again from many people. And me, on the other hand, I'm going to go all the way no matter what. I'm not going to stop until I get it. But like I said, though, there's direction, there's a plan, there's things in place to keep me afloat until I get there. A lot of these, I don't even, see, I'm a part of Gen Z, so I can't even say a lot of these kids like I'm on, because I'm in the same generation. But it's like a lot of the people in my gen don't have the same sense. They just see a Kai Cenat on YouTube or a Speed on YouTube and stream, and they think, oh, that's going to be me if I make some clips and post on TikTok. Like, no, there's a lot more that goes into that.
I'll see y'all at the annual Squid Games, bro. Okay, now I mentioned being unemployed is going beyond the job status, because I think it's more about how you spend those jobless hours. Because you could be unemployed and, you know, still be locked in, day trading, crypto, all of that. Or you could be playing around with serotonin, bottles, and damn bananas because you saw a funny internet meme. Now, before you think I'm judging you, which I am,
You corny, my boy. You lame.
I gotta admit that we all be demonstrating unemployed behavior. I mean, you might be a little too tapped in with the John Pork and Tim Cheese law, or really any other niche internet meme.
Tung 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 sahur.
And we call this kind of behavior being unemployed because it's just...
See, that's the brain rot that I'm not tapped into. I feel like I'm too tapped in sometimes, but then I'm glad because I'm reminded that there's a lot of memes that I just am not tapped into. Like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what he just said, but that's the kind of brain rot I do not need in my life.
Have way too much free time, and all this time they spend gallivanting around, you have to think they surely have some time to make some money. But who am I to judge you? Go enjoy your life. There's always time to escape the matrix later. But you should know better than anyone if you're just out here devouring your minutes. For example, if you're finding time in your day to prepare and eat coleslaw.
Oh, hell.
We need a couple of y'all to start taking one for the team. We can't all be Twitch streamers and
If you eat coleslaw willingly, I can't trust you.
barbers, okay? Someone has to work them oil rigs. And what's 3 barbers on each street gonna do for me, okay? I need a house to be built, not a low. But maybe we'd have more employed people if the process of getting a job wasn't such a damn grueling process. I'm gonna show you some shit that might be a jump scare for some of y'all. You ready?
Oh boy.
Ooh, job application. The whole process of getting a job, you gotta make some fuck-ass resume. And if you don't have any experience,
I'll be real. The process of getting a job sucks. I just can't even lie to you. And I feel like most people will agree with me. You gotta do what you gotta do. If you gotta get a job, you gotta get a job. It's better than obviously doing some bad things to make money. But the process of making a job application, going through the interview process, just to get to a place where you don't even want to be at in the first place, that is some treacherous territory that I hate being a part of. And I'm glad that I'm not necessarily in that environment anymore. I'm still kind of doing jobs. Like, I don't really want to shoot videos and be a videographer. I'm blessed for that to be my occupation while I do this YouTube stuff. But that's not really what I want to do. Like, but I remember the times back in the day when I was delivering pizzas, when I was working for Amazon, when I was doing all kinds of jobs, bro. When I tell you that I've done as many jobs as you could possibly think of, from serving to delivery to goddamn retail to goddamn production to goddamn everything, really. I feel like I've lived many lives. When I tell you that I've done all of these jobs and they were the most depressing, gut, soul-wrenching things you could do, it's a true thing. Like, that shit was not enjoyable. But I recognized that I had to do what I had to do, because if I had said, oh, I'm going to go all in on the content when I'm not making no money from it, that's how you end up being homeless.
That shit's just gonna look like this. And can someone tell me why entry-level jobs be asking for experience?
Dude, you are the experience.
The damn job paradox. How am I meant to get experience if I need experience to get experience? And after making your resume, you have to go on like Indeed or something and just look for a job that doesn't look like modern day slavery.
I'm unemployed right now, but I'm about to work at this job, this factory down the street, $6 an hour, full time.
$6.
And after shooting like 400 applications, you settle for one interview, you got at McDonald's. And now the interview has to be the worst part, because you gotta pull up in a suit and tie to an old block McDonald's. And you gotta act like a stand-up guy and try not to say some dumb shit.
I just graduated from home last year ago with my degree in walking fish with a minor in water in the snow because I mop air. I'm also a dentist that fixes feet at the vet when I'm wide asleep.
Bro, I forgot who this guy is. I forgot his name, but he is so funny. I seen his page all over the internet, bro. He's like the guy that does interviews that don't make any sense. And he's like, yeah, my fish took a walk today, and I told my granny that I'm going to eat her paprika. Like, he be saying random... he be saying random things.
So I think this job would be pretty good for my mom since she doesn't have kids.
Oh my god.
And what I hate about interviews, bro, is that dumbass question they always be asking.
Why do you want to work here?
Yeah, because it's always been my lifelong dream to work in your rundown McDonald's, nigga. No!
I can't eat! I'm broke, nigga! I'm broke!
Okay, I just seen some and it looks like it's not that hard to get a job anymore. Now hiring someone that doesn't goon during work hours. Who the fuck did they have hired before this?
The goes to the goon! The goes to the goon! Look at the car.
But if you have to or want to go through that whole process, yeah, good luck, gang. But one thing I want to say is please, and I really stress, please don't be that nigga that thinks having a job makes them better or something. Bro, these archetypes who constantly complain about their jobs, yet be the first ones to tell you to go get a job when you're demonstrating some unemployed behavior.
See, that's... Oh my god. Now, that was facts. Bro, this whole lore of people saying like unemployed activities or like go get a job when you are like trying to, like, bro, even me, there's been a bunch of people that have commented either on my YouTube videos or like on a thread on social media when I'm saying something, and they're like, go get a job, bro. And I'm like, brother, I'm working. Like, it's not like I'm just not working, because if I wasn't working, how would I be able to pay bills? And if I was unemployed and making money, then that means I'm doing something right? As long as it's legal. But it's like, I would be literally living my life, doing my thing, and people tell me to get a job when they see me doing some creative stuff. But I'm like, how do you know that I'm not in the process of doing both? It just makes no sense. And then these people have like the superiority complex where they're like, oh yeah, I work a job while you're trying to chase your dream. It's like, brother, no, let's not do that, right? See, look, even though I said earlier that I do believe don't sacrifice your life for creative content, like be smart, make the right choices, but it's like, we're not gonna look down upon people for trying to chase their dreams. That's where I draw the line, you know what I mean?
You hating on happiness, bro. You hating ass niggas look like Squidward.
Yo,
You
that
see,
pause threw me off.
I've worked 2 jobs in my life. The first one, I worked as an underwater ceramics technician. And the way I still have literal nightmares about that job. I want reparations for each of those shifts I worked, all of the stress that has accumulated. Years, I'm telling you, years have been taken off my life from those dreams. I don't work there anymore, and I still dream about it.
More do you want from me?
And in the periods that I've been unemployed, I just feel like I took advantage of it. You gotta cherish every single one of those moments, man, because I promise you, sooner or later we'll all be gone. Just knowing you have to get up for a shift or you have a shift later in the day, it can kill the vibe of the whole day, I promise you. You can just be chilling, and the realization hits. But you know, somebody telling you to get a...
It's so true, bro. I know a lot of people can relate to this, man, when it's like, you don't want to go but you wake up in the morning and you know you got to clock in a couple hours, if not 30 minutes or an hour, whenever you wake up. And it's like, bro, that is the most gut-wrenching feeling. It's because you don't want to be there. And it's not even like the thing of like, oh, you know, I'm ungrateful. Like, obviously, at least, you know, you have a source of income, something to help you pay the bills. But it's like, bro, that's not what your soul is aching to do. And when you're doing an activity that doesn't fulfill your soul, that's what leads to some crumbling depression. I'm gonna be honest.
Job, they might just be looking out for you. Okay, don't start sending images like this. Bro, you just lazy. And to all the unemployed out there, is the Minecraft movie really that funny? Yeah, he said chicken jockey in a funny way, but does it ever warrant this reaction?
I've never watched that movie. God damn.
Gangy, is that a live chicken?
What movie called you to do this?
Man, we were supposed to have flying cars by now. The unemployed have just had a field day with this damn movie, bro. And not to be the fun police or nothing, but imagine working at one of these cinemas and having to clean this shit up.
I'd be pissed. I'd be so hot, bro.
Yo, we gotta look out for all of the people that are stuck in the infinite job cycle. I promise you they don't wish for that life. So don't be the guy that chucks 3 buckets of popcorn and mysterious liquids all over the floor.
Movie.
Just for, you know, a little giggle. We gotta look out for each other, man. The employed gotta look after the unemployed.
There is no way Minecraft is making y'all do that. That's crazy.
The unemployed gotta look after the employed. If we fail to do this, society will collapse as we know it. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit there as you watch society fall? No, you're gonna get up. You're gonna stand up and you're gonna fight for what you believe in. But do you really get what I'm trying to say, though? We need the employed, but I don't want to be employed, so I'm gonna make it easier for them. The minority you just paid to deliver pizza to your address during a hurricane. Tip them a little bit. Instead of telling the person that's making your food to just put the fries in the bag, how about you give him some nice words? The employed and the unemployed, united. But it's time to admit it, being unemployed is not all sunshine and rainbows. Yes, I don't have the responsibility of a job, but
I am so lonely.
Yeah.
Me aside, don't trick yourself into believing you're not a fucking loser, okay? Because Googling top 5 side hustles to get rich quick is not being locked in. You know what? Let me stop being a hater.
Don't do no get rich quick schemes, y'all. Don't do no crypto pump and dumps. Don't do no fucking, you know, anything that just seems too good to be true. Don't do it. Do it the right way, even though it might be a little bit longer of a process. It will always be more fulfilling. Whatever you want to do, even if it's something out of this creative shit, right? But with me, that's how I've always looked at it. It's like this process is taking a while. I've been doing this creative shit for a long time. Still kind of waiting for that time to really get that shine, that momentum. But I understand it will come one day. We just gotta stay locked in. You hear me?
Hater. Because look, what you're doing is really smart, but it's also really dangerous because you're convincing yourself that you're not a loser, when in reality, yeah, you are. Alright, real quick, let me bring back this guy from the intro.
I am a risk taker.
Yeah,
You mean you're a risk taker?
That's bad.
You lose $50 a week off parlays.
Risk taker's really bad. That's a really bad thing to say to a girl if they ask you what you do.
Keep it a buck. Bro, there is really 2 types of unemployed people. The ones that gaslight themselves into believing they're onto something.
I'm an entrepreneur. Okay. Do you have any businesses we could be on the lookout for?
No, just not right now.
What?
And 2, the ones that are so far gone they just fully embrace it and are damn near prideful about it. Okay, let me elaborate. The first type will have some philosophical reason for not wanting a job. Like they'll say, how are you gonna let someone define how much my hour is worth? Just say you lazy, bro. Here are some quick signs that you're this person. 1, if you ever refer to the government as Big Brother. 2, if you sign up to online courses instead of getting a job. And 3, if the word matrix just unironically comes out of your mouth. But hey, maybe you got something going on that my mind-controlled slave brain just can't comprehend. Okay, and for the second one, these people are just too far gone. Employment is nothing more than a nightmare to these people. The word job gives them physical pain. You tell these people to get a job and they'll have a visceral reaction. Peep the vocab. The only jobs these people want to be associated with involve feet. I gotta apologize to these people though for not censoring the word work and job. I know this is considered a slur for you guys, so my deepest apologies. Oh yeah, and yes, we're gonna ignore my month disappearance. Will it happen again? Most likely. But community Discord server, go talk to me. I'll be active on there.
Yeah, bro. That's just not gonna fly. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. To the few people that be watching this and be assessing what they want to do with their lives. If you got some dreams, don't drop everything to go do it. Cause like I said, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and not tell you to go do something extravagant and crazy and creative because I'm on the same path. But like I said though, there's steps to it. You gotta make the right choices, right? Take reasonable, educated risks. Not no risk that you think will work out, but you have no reason to believe so. But yeah, art of unemployment, man, that's crazy. Gen Z, we're an interesting generation. I would say we're probably the most interesting generation that's honestly lived on this earth. We got so much whack shit going on, but we also super creative, innovative, and unique at the same time. So it's not all bad. It's some good mixed with the bad. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that the unemployment epidemic is something real? Let me know. We'll talk to y'all soon. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.
Shit on my neck is so bright like a bee. Ballin' LA and I feel like Kareem. Run up a mill at my nigga named me. Know that the money is all that you see. Claim you a vegan, but then you want